Hi, I would like to continue the story of Ruth. Going on to part two. This is in chapter two of the book of Ruth. Starting with verse one. And Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi, Let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, Go, my daughter. And she went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and her hap was to light upon a part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was of the kindred of Elimelech. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and he said unto the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered him, The Lord bless you. Then said Boaz unto his servant that was set over the reapers, Whose damsel is this? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, It is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country Moab. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and has continued from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. And then said Boaz unto Ruth, Hear you not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let your eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go you after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch you? And when you are athirst, go unto the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face, and bowed herself to the ground. And she said unto him, Why have I found grace in your eyes, that you should take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, It has fully been showed me all that you have done unto your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, and how you have left your father and your mother, and the land of your nativity, and are come unto a people which you knew not heretofore. The Lord recompense your work, and a full reward be given you of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings you are come to trust. Then she said, Let me find favor in your sight, my Lord, for that you have comforted me, and for that you have spoken friendly unto your handmaid, though I be not like unto one of your handmaidens. And Boaz said unto her, At mealtime come ye hither, and eat of the bread, and dip your morsel in the vinegar. And she sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was sufficed, and left. And when she was risen up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, Let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not, and let fall also some of the handfuls of purpose for her, and leave them so that she may glean them, and rebuke her not. So she gleaned in the field until even, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw that what she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was sufficed. And her mother-in-law said unto her, Where have you gleaned today, and where wrought you? Blessed be he that did take knowledge of you. And she showed her mother-in-law with whom she had wrought, and said, The man's name with whom I wrought today is Boaz. And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, Blessed be he of the Lord, who has not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, The man is near of kin unto us, one of our next kinsmen. And Ruth the Moabitess said, He said unto me also, You shall keep fast by my young men until they have ended all my harvest. And Naomi said unto Ruth, her daughter-in-law, It is good, my daughter, that you go out with his maidens, that they meet you not in any other field. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to glean unto the end of the barley harvest, and of the wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. Now, now those scripts right there are talking about what happened when when Ruth and Naomi settled back in the back in the land of Bethlehem, after the, after Naomi returned home with her daughter-in-law, and um, Ruth decided to go out and get a job so she could support her mother-in-law, because they were pretty much without support at this point. And Ruth happened to be in the field of of Boaz, who's a relative of Elimelech, who who was who who was Naomi's husband, and and Boaz took notice of Ruth, and basically told her to stay by his young men and his maidens, and go not into any other field, and also told the young men not to touch her, and ba- ba- basically gave her water and food to help her along, and so and so Ruth worked, and basically beat out an ephah of barley, and she went home to her mother-in-law and gave her some food, and they basically told her that she worked in the field of a man named Boaz, and um, apparently Ruth recognized the name, and she blessed blessed the person named Lord, and basically said that th- this person is near kinsman. I mean, other translations basically say that he's a kinsman redeemer. I'm gonna go over to what Chat GPT says about kinsman redeemer. It's a concept from the Old Testament referring to a close relative who had the responsibility to redeem or protect the interests of a family member in times of trouble. The Hebrew word for this role is goel, um, meaning redeemer or one who delivers. The responsibilities of a kinsman redeemer, according to law of Moses, a kinsman redeemer had several key responsibilities. One, redeeming land. If a family member had to sell their land due to financial hardship, the kinsman redeemer could buy it back to keep it within the family. That's in Leviticus 25, verses 25 to 28. And redeeming, second is redeeming relatives from slavery. If relatives sold themselves into slavery due to poverty, the kinsman redeemer could buy their freedom. That's in Leviticus 25, verses 47 to 49. 3 is avenging blood. If a relative was murdered, the kinsman redeemer acted as the avenger of blood to seek justice. That's in Numbers 35, verses 19 and 21. And number 4 is the levirate marriage. If a man died without children, his brother or closest relative was to marry the widow to continue the deceased man's family line. That's in Deuteronomy 25, verses 5 to 10. This principle is central to the story of Boaz and Ruth. That's in Ruth chapters 3 and 4, which we'll get to. The theological significance of the kinsman redeemer is that the kinsman redeemer foreshadows Jesus Christ, who is the ultimate redeemer. First of all, Jesus became our kinsman by taking on human nature. That's in Hebrews 2:14 to 15. He redeemed us from the slavery of sin by paying the price with his blood. That's in Ephesians 1:7. And he restores what was lost through his work of salvation. That's in Luke 19:10. I mean, the story of Boaz redeeming Ruth is one of the most famous biblical examples of a kinsman redeemer, and it points to how Jesus redeems his people. And we'll we'll eventually get to those points when when we get to parts 3 and 4 of the story. I mean, we're right now we're in part 2 where where Ruth basically goes out to work and she gets noticed by Boaz, and Boaz takes her under his wings, so to speak, and just and 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 Ruth goes home and tells her mother-in-law who she's working for, and Naomi recognizes him as a kinsman redeemer, and um, t- basically tells her to stay working for him, so she doesn't go off into another field. And so Ruth continues to work for Boaz, and we'll find out what happens after that when we come to next few parts of the story. That's pretty much all I have to share with you in this video. So have a good day. May God bless you.